Hello everyone, this is Professor Kent. Today's recording is how to register Sage50 software and then how to install it on your desktop or on your personal computer. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to use Google Chrome, or you could do a Microsoft Edge, and you're going to look for Sage50. So I have it here, so you can type Sage 50, and what you're looking for is education version. So this is what you're going to look for, Sage 50 for, of course I didn't spell education right, so in this case education version. That's what you're going to do. So let's click on that. Once you click on that, the first one comes up as Educational Alliance for students, and this is for educators. So we're going to do it as a student. You could also, if you're teaching teaching or working for a company, you can register under the educator. So we're going to go as a student, and then what happens is before you download it, you needed to register. So this is, you register, they have two programs. One is your Sage 50, the other one is Sage 300. So it normally takes 48 hours to get the code from them, but sometimes it comes early. So we're going to try it as we go and see if we could get the code fast enough. So let's go click on the register for a student version, and my email address is kieran@hotmail.com. Then my first name will be Kieran, and then my last name will be whatever your last name is, and then the company or organization, I will just say college, because I am a student, so I just wanted a college. So when you're doing it, I'm just going to put it in 675, any number that you want them to call, and it is, I'm just going to 416-675-6622, and I'm going to put it in 205. Let's say it is XYZ College Boulevard, and this, it doesn't have to be exact when you're registering it. You can just say I am in Toronto, and Toronto is in Ontario. The school, you could have it, what type of school is it? Of course, it's a professional college, secondary, continuing education, or a university. And you can do a professional college. The province that the school is located, depending on where you're using the software. You could do Ontario, the school, in this case it will be your, I'm going to put it as a Toronto. Then these are some of the things that they wanted to know. What are you going to be using the program? So I'll say it's for accounting. The version that we want is 2021, and then you could there's a newer version, so now we're using 2021 for this one. So there's not much changed in here. So you could click here if you wanted to get the marketing communication. In this case, I'll just say just get in touch, and they said thanks. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to go into my Hotmail account and see if I could I got that email. So let's go do that. I don't remember my password, but that we could see if I could get into my Hotmail account, and then I can sign in and see if I got the code or not. So of course, it's a authenticator is always there. So what I needed to do is I needed to make sure that I have this, and then of course you are going to be asked to do this too. So give me 2 minutes. I am logging in to my other account to see if I could use the code that they're saying. So I got, so I go further and we sign in. So then when you sign in, see, if you look at it, I just registered and then I got the code right away. So this code is important for us to, this is my registration code. You can only register once, and if you The next time you do it, what happens is that uh, uh, you have to register under a different email. So if I look on this, because I know this is the code that I will be using, and when you in that code, it'll have the name of the company. In this case, I put it under my name, and this is my serial number, and this is my code, and they tell me that this is for my Sage 50, for my Sage 50. So these two are important when you wanted to download the Sage 50 software. So I'm going to go back to where I was, and then I'm going to close this, and then I am going to click on it, and then now I'm ready to download. Sometimes it takes a little longer, so I'm just going to say download it. So it's saying that which one do you want, Sage 50, 24, 23, 22, and 21, and I just asked for 21. So again, you could ask for 22. There's not much change. Every year something changes, so I'm going to be working with 21. So I click on Sage 50, 21. So once it does it, it's going to download it, then I have to run it. So it's going to take a couple minutes for me to it says the download in progress. So once it's there, I know it will be in my download folder. So I click on it, and you click on your file folder, and then you see where it is downloaded. So it will be wherever you download it to. So in this case, this is my exe. So I double click on it, and then what I wanted to do is I wanted to run that software. So in this case, you want the app to make changes. I will say yes. So when it does it, it does its thing. I'm going to wait till it installs, and then this will come up, and this will tell you where you wanted this to be installed. You could do it on the C drive or wherever you wanted. In this case, I will just say if you want it somewhere else, you could browse. If you want it at this place, what we'll do is I will leave it the way it is. I want it on my C drive under Sage and Sage 50. So I say next. It's going to run. And then what I wanted to do is, this is the guide shows you have to install it, and this is your you're going to click, because we want Sage 50, you click on Sage 50, and of course the language that I want is English. Say okay, and it's going to prepare for installation. So once you install it, you could use it for if you have a small company, you want to use this for, you want to give it a try, you could do that. But first you have to learn the program. So it says okay, that's fine. It says, do you want Firewall automatically configured to work with Sage 50? I'll configure it myself, and then I'll just say next. I want a typical one, and then see, this is what it is. I will install 30 days, so you are allowed 30 days. For the education versions, you might renew it again and get the new code. So I'm going to go into my email that I got the code. So in this case, they're looking for a serial number. So you're going to copy the serial number, Control C. Let's go back, and they're looking for, it is looking for a serial number. So I'm just going to put it here. Control V. You could also, if you didn't get the code, you can install the 30 version now. So I'll say next. You have to agree to it, because it's an educational version. So you say install, and then it's going to install. So it's just going to take a couple of minutes to do that, but at the end, depending on your internet, how fast your internet is, it takes sometimes it takes less time, and sometimes it takes some more time depending on how fast your internet is. So we're gonna wait till it installs. This is a good, while it's installing, this is a good program to be used by small companies. And normally every education, every college starts with Sage 50, and then they move to QuickBooks or they move to Sage 300 depending on your program. It will be whatever your curriculum says, Sage 50, QuickBooks, or Sage 50 and Sage 300. So again, this is used by small to mid-sized companies. It is a good program. So we are going to wait so it gets installed. Sometimes we have to have the patience to have it installed. So we're going to wait a couple more minutes to install it. So let's see what we could do. We just have to wait, and then what we'll do is I'll record another video with starting with how to use the software once you have installed it. I'm installing it on my desktop, so you will be doing the same, or maybe your college might have the application available to the students. Then you use according to your school requirement. I know it's taking long, but we just have to be patient. So I'm going to be patient. You will be patient too. So after the installation is complete, it will bring you to this page, and it says that the installation is successful, and we wanted to open Sage 50. And I will say at this point, I will say finish. And then what you could do is you could go to your C drive and see where the software was installed, and then what you could do is go from there. So in other words, you could go to your Sage, and this is where my installation was. So there's different way of doing it. You could go to your you can open up your Sage and do it, but I already launched it. So let's see where I did mine. Sometimes I forget too. It was on my Sage 50. This is my data. I'm just gonna minimize everything. So if I have everything installed properly, you will get this message. And now I wanted to activate it. The name of the company will be, I register under my name, and the serial number is what was in your email. I hope I did not close my email. I think I might have closed the email. So what I have to do is I have to go back and get the key code. I don't know if somehow it got closed, but that's all right. And now I am looking for my key code. So this is Control C. You're gonna go in here and put the key code. So you just Control V it automatically works. If you are using this software for a college and you have a book, all the instructions how to install it are at the back of the book. So at the back of the book, you have those instructions. So I will say, okay. Now what happens is my Sage 50 is ready for me to use it. So it's coming up. I'm just gonna sign out of this so that I have everything the way I wanted. So if you look at it at the bottom, what you did is you got Sage 50 on your screen. So this is where I opened, so it automatically opens. So, or you could just look it from the file, and then you can look for your Sage 50, and then you can this is where it is. You have the Sage 50 premium version, so you could go through this one, or you could open up when it comes up. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to open up a company. So that will be my next video, to how to open up a company. This video was just to show you how to register Sage 50 and how to get a key code from them, and once you get a key code, how to install it. So I was again, if you have issues with installing it, if you are taking a course at any college, of course you have an access to the book. At the back of the chapter, at the back of the book, at the end, it's called appendix. That's where the instructions are on how to install the software. So watch for my other videos. Then we're going to go show you how to use Sage 50 when you are already installed the software. Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel.